Hi and good day everyone. This is my group presentation topic, which are the impact of terrestrial invasive species in Malaysia based on a literature review. This is our this is my group member, which are Dayang Nurufazana, Novara Sohana, Melanie Sophilia, me, Smaker Siamana Nicholas, Bartolomeo Aaron, Nur Anis Alia, and Nur Ain Akilah. So let's go for the first presenter.
Firstly, for introduction, terrestrial invasive species is the species that are non-native to an ecosystem and have the potential to cause harm to the environment, economy and human health. Malaysia's rich biodiversity and diverse ecosystem make it susceptible to invasive species. This presentation will provide an overview of the impact of terrestrial invasive species in Malaysia based on a literature review.
Malaysia have unique ecosystems, which are rainforest, mangrove, coral reef, and highland forest. These ecosystems support a wide range of flora and fauna, many of which are endemic to the region. Introduction of invasive species disrupt the delicate balance and threatens native biodiversity.
There are examples of invasive species in Malaysia, which are African oil palm, water hyacinth, and red-eared slider turtle.
Next is environmental impact. There are three general impacts that are caused by terrestrial invasive species, which is competition, habitat alteration, and lastly predators and predation risk. For the competition, invasive species can change the food web in an ecosystem by destroying or replacing native food sources. The invasive species may provide little to no food value for wildlife. Invasive species can also alter the abundance or diversity of species that are important habitat for native wildlife. Next is habitat alteration. Invasive species can modify habitat that affecting native flora and fauna. For example, alien earthworm alter the soil structure and lowering the availability of invertebrate with negative effect on native salamanders. Lastly, predators and predation risk, which invasive species can consume or eat the native species that will cause the decline or extinction of native species.
Three impact of economic impact, which are agriculture, forestry, and tourism. First one is agriculture. Invasive species can damage crop and reducing agricultural productivity. For the forestry, invasive species can negatively impact timber production and forest regeneration. And the lastly is tourism. Invasive species can affect natural attraction, impacting tourism revenue.
In this slide, we will explore the various ways in which invasive species can negatively affect human health. Disease transmission. One of the significant concerns associated with invasive species is their ability to carry and transmit disease to humans and domestic animals. This disease can pose a significant threat to public health, leading to illnesses, hospitalizations, and even fatalities. Next is allergies and toxins. Some invasive plants can cause allergies or produce toxic substances that are harmful to humans. These plants release pollen, spores, or other airborne particles that can trigger allergic reactions in susceptible individuals. Last is public health costs. Dealing with invasive species and their effects can incur significant public health expenses. Prevention, surveillance, and control efforts aimed at minimizing the spread and impact of invasive species require financial resources and expertise.
For the management and prevention strategies, we have to do an early detection and rapid response, which is establishing monitoring systems to detect invasive species early and take prompt actions. Next, we have to take a risk assessment and prioritization, which is assessing the potential impact of invasive species and prioritizing management efforts. Lastly, we have to do the public awareness and education, which educating the public more about the risks and impacts of invasive species to encourage responsible behavior. The conclusion: the terrestrial invasive species pose significant threats to Malaysia's ecosystem, economy, and human health. For the preventive measures include strict regulation and policy on the import and movement of potentially invasive species, along with robust border controls to prevent their introductions. Next, the comprehensive management strategies and public participation are crucial for mitigating the impact of invasive species, which is engage the local communities, researchers, NGOs, and government agency in collaborative efforts can lead to more effective and sustainable management practice. Lastly, for the continued research and collaborative are essential to effectively address this ongoing issue. As for the example, the collaboration among scientists, policymakers, and stakeholders facilitates knowledge exchange, sharing of best practice, and the implementation of coordinated approach to tackle these invasive species.
That's all from us. If there are any questions, just let us know. Thank you.